Good morning, everybody. We're hitting the road a little early here today. That's right. We're going to take some calls on the hotline if you want to call us. Working from the studio. Got it set up in the studio today. So we got the lights going. We'll see how it goes. This will be the last morning the last morning show for today. For January. I haven't decided if I'm going to do an afternoon show today. Probably not an evening show, because we do have a little dinner party here at the place tonight. We're got a little dinner party for welcome some friends over. So we'll have that tonight. So I probably will be busy doing that. So anyway, just want to say hi to everybody. The camodave hotline. Give us a call. I'll take a couple of calls later. Hey, Noreen. Hey, Tim. Hey, Metal Kitty. Do you see what I see? Everybody, yeah, I do see. So anyway, we're just doing it from the place here today. So I've been busy this week getting some frames. Finally got this thing framed up. This is really cool. Isn't that nice? Wow. 2 years ago. Yeah. What else? Don't forget, if you won look how big they are. Look how big this is. It's huge. It's huge. Look how huge it is. Barely fits on the screen. If you won a Cammy award and you want one of these and a little swag bag, let me know before the end of the month. camodave@gmx.com. And yeah, they're huge. They're huge. Hey, Dorothy. Good night. Nice to see you. Talusha, Arizona Mark. My phone is about to die. Ugh. Oh, no. Plug it in. Can you plug it in? Go plug it in. Do you have a laptop around, Noreen? I don't know. Yeah. I'll give you a little tour of the little studio area here. We're still working. We got some furniture stuff coming today. And so, yeah, we got a few things. And we're having a few friends over tonight for a little early dinner. So, yeah, everything's coming in place. Hey, Jay, good morning. Yeah, it rained all day. Heavy rain yesterday. Today is nice and sunny. I actually got the shorts on today. Put on some shorts today. It's going up into the 50s, so I figure they'll be fine. Yeah, I can take shorts in the 50s, upper 40s is fine. I don't mind that. It's, but I don't want to be in the short. You don't want to be in shorts in the rain, the chilly, cold rain. That's pretty miserable. But today with the sun out, it should warm up nice. Hey, Lee, how are you doing? Send one to Pastor Paul Begley for the worst. The what? E-act. for E money. Oh yeah. Is that Begley? Paul, Pastor Paul? Okay, whatever. Dinner at Dave's. That's right. We're having a dinner party tonight. No, there's some friends of ours that live over there. Remember when I came up here to Morganton back in October and early November, and when I was staying at that big house with all the Christmas lights on it and Halloween stuff, and yeah, that's where they live, just about 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from here, and they were very nice. Let me stay there for a couple of weeks while we were getting the apartment ready, signing the lease. We actually signed the lease on Halloween. So we've had the apartment since November, but then my friend had some medical stuff taking place in November. So that's why I went up to the DC area. So now everybody's down here and we're all getting everything ready. So anyway, what's for dinner tonight? I think it's just some chicken. Rotisserie chicken, one of those things you pick. I think they sell it. It's not Walmart. I think he's going to Ingles. There's a store called Ingles, which is pretty good. They're one of the nicer grocery stores here. Got a lot of Food Lions around. Dutch Street. Hey, new Nomadic. How are you doing? Metal Kitty, Mark H. Shatter King, how are you? Started early, caught me off guard. Yeah, I just want to make sure I got enough signal back here. We had they set up the internet here that first week I was here in January. They worked great. And then the second week, we had a lot of issues with it. And I called and complained. And then it seems like whatever happened, they fixed it. And so the last week, everything's been running really well. So I'm getting pretty good signal level back here in the studio. The router's over there kind of by the window in the other room. So everything seems to be working okay right now. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? Oz reporting for duty. B in Athens reporting for duty. Noreen reporting for duty. Anybody seen the Doxy yet? Is Doxy here? Where's Doxy? Doxy. Do you see what I see? Watch. Yeah, I don't know. I talked to the Doxy this morning. He, I don't know. Whatever. Michigander man. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? RV Butterfly, Janice Lala. So yeah, basically, so I'm getting a lot of stuff put in frames. Barb made these wonderful folders for me before I left, and I just thought I thought, better than a folder, why not just make a little picture out of it? So I got this framed. Isn't that nice? This was me at Mama's Boy, I believe that was. Really good restaurant in Athens, GA. They make some really good pimento burgers. Then I also framed, wasn't this? I forget who sent this to me. Somebody, I forget. There's a name on it. Oh, Winter. Yeah, I can't read the name on it. If you sent this to me, let me know. Somebody sent this to me. Barb, do you remember? I forget. But this is wonderful. This watercolor. I think it's a watercolor, a pastel or something. That I got that framed too. And yeah, and then I've got. When I do get my car switched around to Northern Virginia, I may put this on the front. I mean, for North Carolina, I may put this on the front because North Carolina only has back plates. So I don't know, maybe Little Adam. I don't know. Maybe I'll change its name. Little Doxy. Hey, Catfish Jones. I'm thinking of growing the beard out. I want to try growing it out. I see how it looks. I haven't shaved the sides here for the last week or so, and it's starting to grow out. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to try doing that. So we do have the hotline ringer on. Ether Bunny. This is the only account of Bubba's that Dave can see. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Bubba. There's a couple of people that I just can't see their stuff. And Barb has the same problem. There's certain YouTubers. I think Billy was having that. Billy on, Billy Down Under she couldn't see his posts. It's weird with the super chat stuff that sometimes people just kind of fall into a crack or something. I don't know. And you can't see them. I don't know. It's weird. It's very strange. Dave would look great with a giant bushy beard. I used to have a giant bushy beard years ago. I think in 2009, I decided just to go for the goatee look. But I absolutely hate shaving this area. It's just, it hurts. I got all those little ingrown hairs, and the head is real quick. I can just zip the head real fast. So I'm going to keep the bald up here for sure. But I want to just try a little bit of a fuller beard for maybe the late part of the winter and see how it goes. And if I don't like it, I can always just kind of, knock it down, shave it off. But what the heck, new digs, new look, right? We'll just see how it goes. But anyway, how much do you think that the BB&T and SunTrust spent to come up with the new Truist name? Probably hired the same brain trust that came up with Oklahoma is okay. I do not like the name Truist. I think that's a stupid name. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds dumb. Truist. What does that mean? It means nothing. I have no idea. I like SunTrust name. I like BB&T, but yeah, I don't know. The Truist Bank. I think, the one good thing about that bank is that they allow you to set up additional addresses. Okay. You have a main address, and then you can link certain accounts to certain addresses. And so I don't know what that would do for a Nomad. If you're like Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, he has a problem now where they're changing out his card, and He has to go. They will only send it to his registered address, which is in Texas. So to get the card, which he has, that's, I guess, his own only card. I don't know. The other thing they tell you to do is to get cards from multiple banks. So have one with Wells Fargo or have one with Bank of America or somebody else so that you have multiple accounts. And then if you have trouble with one, you always have the other. But you got to have pretty good credit to do that, multiple accounts. I don't know. And it is nice just to have one account. You don't have to mess with everything. But it is true. If all of a sudden your card gets deactivated or canceled or damaged, my bank card is just about to fall apart. I mean, and when I use it at Walmart, it always goes chip error. Then I have to kind of rub it a couple times and stick it in. So, I got to get a new card. But I think they'll just send it here. So that, but the other problem then is they change the number on the card and then you have to go and change all these stupid auto billing things, Oh, that's a pain. Truist is a dumb name. Yeah. There was one bank we had in Northern Virginia that became Sovereign Bank, and it was like SOVRAN. They spelled it wrong, but it just was a stupid name, Sovereign. That only lasted a couple of years. Sovereign Bank. I thought that was dopey. I don't know. Yeah, Bank of America. Yeah, I've heard a lot of horror stories about B of A. They're too big. It's almost like too big, and I don't know. Yeah. But the one nice thing about B of A when you're a nomad is they're everywhere, right? Aren't they in like all states? I mean, the bank I am banking with is kind of an southeastern bank. So, from like Pennsylvania to Texas. They're kind of in that area, which is nice because most of my time I'm in Georgia or Florida or Virginia or North Carolina. It's a good bank. And in fact, I think the new Truist Bank is going to be based in Charlotte, which is right down the street. Don't do auto payments, too much trouble. Yeah. I've not had a problem with auto payments. Capital One. Yeah, Capital One was the old Chevy Chase. They used to have a bank called Chevy Chase, and then the credit card company bought them out, and then they became Capital One. I don't think they're all over the country, though, are they? I don't know. The Camo bunker is looking good. That's right. We're working on getting the map back up. I don't know. I got to work on that a little bit. When I was over the road trucker, I sometimes had trouble with the credit cards getting turned off because I was traveling. Yeah, that's another problem people have. If you travel and you use your bank cards and stuff, I used to have that problem. I don't have the problem with my current bank. I took all the restrictions off. You can go on their website and you can set up the card details. And one is link the card to a particular region. And then you have to go in and change that if you're traveling, which is a pain. I just said, link the card. Don't link it to any region. I said, don't do it. I said, don't allow international purchases. Yeah, because I'm not, I don't want that. But I did say on it, yeah, don't link it to any region. And I haven't had a problem whether I'm in Florida or Maryland or Delaware. So yeah, they don't seem to be, turn it off every time you use it in a different state. And that can drive you crazy. Yeah, they have to call them. Hey, I'm going to, and then for a nomad like Eric, yeah, you're always traveling. I mean, you're Florida one day, you're in Texas another day, you're in Tennessee, you're in Arizona, that's got to be a pain. Just let them know you're a nomad and I'm going to be doing some traveling all around. Don't worry if the card pops up in other areas, I don't know. Anyway, and the other thing too is if you have a credit card, it's just a credit on your card. You can always dispute it. So even if somebody does some fraud crap, it's pretty easy to handle. If you have a debit card, my recommendation is have a savings account and have your checking account. Put most of your money in your savings and don't link your savings account to anything, okay? Don't put any cards on it. Just have it sitting there, and then when you do your debit stuff, it all goes into your checking account, and just put the minimum amount of money you need in your checking account to cover your bills and stuff. And then just move money. You can just move money from one to the other on the website or on the phone or anything, but just keep the minimum amount because, with the debit card, if you get some fraud shit, it's more of a trouble because the money actually comes out of your account. Mr. Gunderman, I try to pay all my bills in person. That way I know where my money is going. And I actually got to, yeah, a lot of people still pay. I know people that still have checks and they get the envelopes and the stamps and they still, once a month, they'll sit down and do all their bills. I mean, there are some people that still like to do that. I don't like to do that. It's too much. I don't like it. It's like, plus I don't have a ton of stuff I pay, so, it's, I got a couple servers, I got a couple phones, my health insurance, my car insurance. That's about it, Thankfully, I do not have that horrible storage locker anymore. It's like, and that would always, the storage locker bill would always hit the day after I got my YouTube payment. So I get my nice YouTube payment, and then the next day, boom, a couple $100 would get sucked out from that stupid storage locker. Man, that was a bummer. Do you see what I see? CIA of rubbish talk. I called the man an agent of what? Mike from around the. Did you see Mike last night? He was literally, Living Free Mike was literally just asking for money. He was just saying, hey, I want to get $300 and I only got $175. So yeah, he was doing something like this, Oh, anyway, what else do I got? What else did I bring over here? Oh, I brought the book. The book Barb made for me. Isn't this nice? I was looking through this the other day. This is so nice. I mean, all the cool pictures in here. There is so much cool stuff in this book. I'm going to remember last summer really well with this. Remember Crotchy's Catfish Cafe there? We're looking to set up a new Crotchy Catfish Cafe here in Morganton. Found the perfect little enclave for it there, right? Yeah, it's a very busy intersection, unlike this. Well, this is on the Atlanta highway, so yeah. So anyway, so we're going to try to set that up sometime this summer. And I got Mark Fun Jones paintings up. I dug this one out of storage. I don't know. I don't know. He claims he's been blocked too. I do not have you blocked, Mark. But apparently he says on the chats he can't see. I can't see him or something. I don't know. If you see Mark around, let me know. Now, James Rockford. See, now I can see James now. For a while, I couldn't. Bus Grease Monkey. Yeah, you guys were down in southwestern Virginia a while back. Wytheville or Withville. That's a little town you drive through when you come down from D.C. You come down 81 and hit 77 there. And Wytheville, whatever they call it, is right there. Yeah, that's kind of on the way to going from D.C. to Morganton. You go right past Wytheville. But that's cool. If anybody who finds themselves down on I-40 in Western North Carolina, in the Asheville, Charlotte areas, Winston-Salem, even that whole Western North Carolina area, do give me a call or something. We could get together, and I don't know, overnight parking. There's a lot of parking in Morganton. There's a lot of parking here. They do have some big lots and stuff. They have a big lots, but they have fairly good parking lots and stuff. I don't know if they allow overnight parking in those lots, though. You may get a lot of cops around. You may get a visit and knock on the door. No overnight parking in Morganton. But they do have quite a bit of places where you could park. So anyway, he wants everyone to donate for his TV payment. Oh man. Oh my goodness. The one thing I do notice, everybody was screaming about COPPA and nothing happened. I don't think any channels that we know of got shut down. But the one thing you do notice for YouTube, and I think a lot of YouTubers are noticing this, is a big drop in their monthly payment from December to January. You're going to see that. It happens almost every year. I think this year is going to be worse than many years. Oh, thank you, Mary. That's very nice of you. PayPal.me/DCRTV. That's my website. I want to switch that over to camodave, but I still might. I don't know if you can. I'm trying to set up two of those little things, but I don't know. Anyway. Hey, there's the Doxinator. There he is. I was wondering where he was. The no donation zone. Happy Camo Festivus. What else do I have here? Oh, Crotchy's back there. Let's say hi to Crotch. He's back with his ball there, his colored ball.
Hi everybody, it's Crotchy.
Yeah, we're gonna open up a new Crotchy Catfish Cafe. So anyway, this is the studio. There's the work area over there, and then I've got the bed in the closet over there. So yeah, and we got the big the light up there. Yeah. So yeah, the studio got the studio area over in here. I'm working on it. It's still a project that we're still working on. So anyway, Shutter King, the Box Corey video was great. You know, you had a true friend there. Yeah, that was very nice of him to rep the people that put that together. They mentioned the underwear incident, right? He was a cool cat. He was I would love to have met him. You know, I was on some of his live chats a few times. But yeah, we never got near each other in terms of where he was. He was always basically heading from, I think he lived in the Toronto area, and then he headed basically west and did Slab City a lot and all that. So I don't think he came down to never remember Box Truck Corey coming down to the Southeast or the Mid-Atlantic. You need to put red and yellow borders on your PayPal paddle. Whack me. Spank me. Ugh, I need to be spanked. Dave After Dark. Spank Dave. Oh, man.
I've been a bad YouTuber. Spank me, spank me.
Yeah. I really thought it would be a pain. It works out great. You know, I got my clothes there. I got the camo bed there. It's got a very high ceiling, you know, so it's, you know, there's a lot of room in here, you know. I'm very comfortable with it. I could just take a nap. I got some T-shirts up there. I really don't need my sister gave me this wonderful camo bedspread. It's a whole sheet set. And then I got all my camo pants and shirts over here. And it's got a very high ceiling, so you don't feel claustrophobic. I leave the door open at night. I got a fan there, so it's nice and breezy in here. And I find it great. I don't have a problem with it. It's really cool. And it's like, in a weird way, I almost wonder why they just didn't make this closet part of the room, because they could have made this room so much bigger. And then there's a closet behind the door here on the other side out in the hall. They could have made that the closet for the room and then made this area here part of the room and made the room so much bigger. I don't know. Each one of these apartments here in Morganton Trading Company, they're all different. It's not like a regular apartment complex where you have this kind of three different types of apartments all stacked up on each other. Here, it's like every apartment is individual. And I really would I met some of the neighbors the other day. There's a guy from Alaska who lives around the corner there. I would like to see what their apartments look like, because everything's different. You know, every unit is a little bit weirder and different. We have City View, which is a big plus, and we have a lot of closets. And not all the units have that beautiful high ceilings like that, because they're not on the top floor. You know, the ones that the people in the other wing, they don't have those wooden ceilings. And then the people on the second floor, the rooms are high, but they don't have those same kind of ceilings we got here. And the other thing you do notice about this place is you really hear the rain, because it's a metal roof up there. And when it rains, yesterday, it wasn't even raining that hard, but it really sounds like it, you know. So anyway, hey, Sally Jean, nice to see you. Ziggy with it, fishing and picking. Let me get caught up here. Jay, Briar Rose, nice to see you. There's Puppet Jack. Yeah, MFJ, I got your when I can't see from this angle, but yeah, there they are. Look at that. I got your. I love these two. There's a Sad Dave and there's Pilgrim Dave. I do know, man. Now Craig still has that T-shirt, the one that says "I do know, man." I do know. I'm not a dummy. The underwear incident sounds like a Primus record. The underwear incident. Yeah, I don't know, man. If you don't know, he sent me a pair of underwear when I was living in Springfield, and it had looked like skid marks in it. And I'm going, that is weird. And I do get weird mail, and I dropped them in the trash at the post office. I just said, that's too weird. If you're going to send me underwear, at least send me clean ones. And then he did a video the next day telling what a prank it was and how he got like a chocolate candy bar and rubbed it back there. I know, recaps. Gosh, don't do recaps. Don't ever tell anybody what's already happened. Just new stuff. Recap. The bedroom is like the Ford Transit high roof version. Yeah, I got, that closet. I got more room in that closet than most people living in a van or even an RV do. Yes, Mark, my birthday is February 8th. We got the big birthday week. Me and who have birthdays just a couple of days apart. In fact, we're both born the same year. That woman who's out in Phoenix. What's her name? Caravan something or other. We're only like 4 days apart. Literally, we were both born the same year. The map is out. The map is up for repairs. I'm working on the map. That whole thing with all the little yellow things in it, I don't know. They all fell down. The problem is here too. I usually have the fan on most of the time up there because I need some circulation here because I don't have any windows, and it's blowing the things off the thing. And they were, every time I come in, there'd be 3 or 4 on the floor. It's just, I don't know. I kind of took it down, and then I'm going to work on it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I would like to get a map where I could actually write, use a, something like one of these, where I could actually write on the map and put little things. I don't know. I'm working on it, What is a Doxinator? I always get that question. Doxinator is a guy. I met Craig the Doxinator when I first started this channel more than 3 years ago. It's pushing 4 years now. Wow. That's right. March. Oh my goodness. Wow. We got a bunch of anniversaries. We got my birthday coming up in February. March the 2nd is the 2nd anniversary of having crotchy, because that's when I got crotchy 2 years ago. And then we come up to somewhere in, I forget the actual date. It's like the 25th of March. That'll be the 4th year of my channel. I believe I started the channel as my Dave TV channel. I started it in 2016. Late March of 2016 is when I started doing the YouTube reviews. So we're going to hit the 4th anniversary of my channel. Wow, that's coming up pretty quick. I saw that, Shatter King. Black Bigot is now a janitor in Las Vegas, $8 an hour. Yeah, $8 an hour. I don't know. Yeah. Where is he, at a casino? He's the janitor at a casino? I don't know. Better than working as a janitor at a school. I hope he's not working at a school, because then you got all those stupid little kids that... some little kid hurls his breakfast and then you got to go clean it up. No. It's a cleaning company. So they'll send you out and you work for the cleaning company. And I guess they have contracts with restaurants or, I don't know, facilities of some sort. Oh, well, I'm glad he's working. He's making some money on YouTube finally. Good for him. Good for him. March is my birthday. That's right. Send Barb money. No, don't. Seriously. Barb, I came down. She didn't even let me know when her birthday was last year. I was like, it just happened, and I was going to take her. I think I took her out for dinner one night when we called it a birthday dinner, but she was kind of like, today was her birthday. And she didn't want me to even know it. I don't know. What? Mark H. Sally G. Send your art to me for safekeeping. Oz TV. Oh, hey, who else is here? Let me see if I missed you. I've been blabbering here. James Rockford. Backroads Nomad. Nice to see you here. Debbie. Doobie Ziggy, win it. Ziggy's been playing some frisbee golf or disc golf, right? He's my age, and he's out there playing disc golf, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Check your mail next week for an early birthday card. Oh, thank you, Mark. Send Dave a birthday. That's right. 104 North Green Street, number 116, Morganton, NC 28655. Black Bigot sleeps in a space smaller than Dave's closet, and he's chilling. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm making the transition there. I'm thinking if I could sleep in that closet, I could sleep. I could sleep in a van. I would need two things. I would need at least some sort of comfortable foam mattress, and I would need some sort of airflow. Okay, I would need some sort of fan or something. That would be the minimum. But if I had a van or something and could put a nice mattress back there and have a fan going, I would be okay. I would be fine. No fan, that's almost a deal breaker. This bed, that closet, I would not like to do that closet with no fan. Luckily, there is an electrical outlet in the closet there, so I can easily just plug something in. So it all kind of worked out. I was thinking putting the bed actually right here in the room, but it would take up, a good amount of space, So anyway. Puppet Jack. $8 per hour. I made twice as much mopping out peep show booths. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe that's just the starting wage, But yeah, when the government takes out their share of taxes and crap, you're not, you're going to be taking home like about $4 an hour, right? Hey, Dave's RV Life. I've been enjoying your quartzite videos. Yeah, you've been all the folks out there, right? It's what time is it? It's almost 10. What is it? Almost 10 a.m. here. It's almost 8 o'clock there. So I guess things are starting to wind down out there, huh? Again, for the videos I've seen of the turnout for the seminars and stuff there at the La Paz Fairgrounds seem to be pretty skimpy. The crowds there do not look like big crowds. You'll see 5 or 6 people with lawn chairs and then a couple more people back in the stands there. I don't know. It seems kind of sad. You see all these people doing their little their talks, and there's hardly anybody there in the stands. I don't know. Oh, I'm hearing noises. There's somebody moving into the apartment down the hall. See, nice thing about this place is there's nobody up above. The city attorney is below, so there's they're not there at night or on the weekends. This is our unit. This is a hallway, and that's a hallway. So there's nobody that I'm actually, if I want to crank some music up here, I don't think there's no common walls with any other units. Now, there is another unit down the hall there, and they've been moving in, so I've been hearing a lot of noise coming down the hall there. Bubba Peep Show. Baha Peep Show. Lion 227's favorite hangout. Lion! Based on Back Bigot's self-admission about his criminal past, he would not be eligible to be worked as a casino employee, including a janitor maintenance in Vegas. You have to pass a criminal background check. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that. We do have a number of nomads that seem to have some interesting things in their past histories, okay? And the problem with that is, if you're getting a lot of big companies, even if they're like Target or Best Buy, or you want to go work at a Walmart, they do background checks on everybody. And if you show up with something, any kind of criminal offense that even if it's 15, 20 years ago, they probably won't hire you, Now, if you go to a smaller company, maybe they will, I don't know. Depends on the company. I don't know, janitors, where they do I guess, they would probably, the janitorial company getting contracts. Yes, our whole staff is background checked, I don't know. Who knows? Fishing and picking. Dave, you are the most famous JMU alumni puppeter. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I'm driving down here, when I come from D.C. down to Morganton, you drive right past JMU there on 91. And, man, it's different. Man, that there's a lot of there's a whole side of the campus on the east side of 81 there that wasn't there when I was there. That was just some woods back then. That town has really grown. That new virus, right? Yeah. Wuhan, China. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. I was watching some videos on that what is it, coronavirus or whatever. Yeah, it is kind of scary. Most people, it's just like a flu-y thing. You get sick, you get over it. They said, though, if you've, got a compromised immune system, if you're old or young, kids, old folks, yeah, it's like any kind of a flu that it can be very bad if you're on the end there, either end of your life. And if you have a poor immune system, they say most of the time people get over it. It's just like a very nasty flu. But they said like the germs last for 5 days. So if you're in like a Starbucks or a restaurant, someone coughs on the table and they have it, those germs can be there for a better part of a week. That's kind of scary. It's not something that's just going to, I don't know. I had to take a property class at ODU, Old Dominion. Where are they down? That's down in Norfolk, right? Yeah. Yeah. Sally. TP. So anyway, how's everybody doing? I guess we have no football playoff. Well, the Super Bowl's not this week. That's the dopey Pro Bowl. Where's that? Down in Orlando. Like, who cares? So, yeah, we don't have what do we got? I don't care. Super Bowl. I don't care bowl. I don't care. Chicken Scratch Travels. Nice to see you here. Ziggy with it. Chicken. I was going to read Chicken Scratch and then it blipped away. Moose Knuckle. Did Bob really need to lease a whole fairground? A small campsite would have done the trick. Yeah, I think Bob, if he's going to do it next year, he's going to have to find someplace closer to Quartzsite. Really, I don't know. Is there a school ground he could get? If he got something closer to Quartzsite, he wouldn't need the big parking lot because most people would be able to kind of probably get over there without too much trouble. I think that was the problem that Bob had. I'm 20 miles away from Quartzsite. We're going to need a lot of parking here because people aren't going to be able to walk 20 miles each way. And that was a concern. So that probably went into the cost, how big a site he needed. If he could have found a campsite or something closer to Quartzsite, that was maybe within walking distance or just a couple miles, a short drive. Someone could have ridden a bike over or something. I think that would have made a lot more sense. He's going to have to rethink it next year. And again, I think we're looking at Bob just pulling out of it, to be honest with you. They may call it RTR, and then, he will still have his little seminars or something. But, it worked okay this year, I think. I think part of the problem was the weather. I don't know if it's climate change or what, but it just looks chilly. It's only in the 60s. The desert gets cold at night. It's cold. It's not like a nice warm kind of thing. Quartzsite is not the most beautiful place in the world in terms of camping. It's like a giant lot with mountains in the distance. Plus I think a lot of the celebrity guys, one of the reasons why a lot of people go to the RTR is to see some of their celebrity people that they watch on YouTube. And a lot of them weren't there this year. CRVL, Carolyn's RV Life, passed up on. She's a good friend of Bob's. I would think she'd make that RTR a major thing because, a lot of the women that go to the RTR like to meet her, Nomadic Fanatic wasn't there. I mean, I can totally understand why he wouldn't want to go. He's been kind of dissed by Bob over the years with that whole, karaoke thing from a couple years ago. Bob, I think, has kind of chased away a lot of the big names, superstars. But again, that's part of who draws people to come to these things, And a lot of people also said it was the mold, that there's desert mold there. And if you stay in the desert too long, especially in that time of the year and the wind's kicked up, you breathe that in and it makes a lot of people, they cough a lot, I'll be back in Vegas in 2 weeks. I'll look for Mr. Bugatti. Yeah, with his mop. Maybe you'll see him coming down the strip there. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, nice to see you here. Ronnie, wonder how much it cost for the fairgrounds. Oh, I think he mentioned that somewhere. Didn't he mention he was trying to raise some money? I remember Bob was trying to do a fundraiser. I think he said like $60K, $50K or something. No donation zone. If you want to make a super chat, get some money. My January earnings are okay, but they're not great. I gotta pay rent. I'm paying rent now. When you move, there's always a lot of costs. I have done very, very minimally with the furniture. As you can see here, those tables, I got 3 of them. They're each $20 a pop. I got them at Walmart. They're great. They're plasticky tables, but they work perfectly. And then my other expense was the bed over there, which was $200 for a bed that's super comfortable with a really nice mattress on it and a frame. $200 is a friggin' good deal. Oh my goodness. You go to some of those, Purple and Casper, and try to order a mattress. God, they're like $800. Jeez. So I got a really good deal here. But yeah, it is interesting to kind of get back in the swing. I pay the cable bill. I paid the cable bill for the internet. And I don't know, my roommate Greg is probably going to pick up the power, and we have to decide all that. So anyway. Does Corona? Yeah, Corona. Remember Corona, the old typewriters? That's right. You're an old dude, Mark, if you remember that. Smith Corona. Oh, yeah, Smith Corona. I used to have a Smith Corona. Oh, yeah, I did. No Super Bowl this Sunday. Yeah, right. We got to wait for next week. Yeah, they moved all that junk into February because apparently the February ratings are very important. So all the big stuff like Super Bowls now, and it's interesting because they might got Super Bowl weekend right at the same time my birthday comes up. So I don't know. When you think of Super Bowl, think of Dave's birthday. And that's right. The entire month of February is Dave's birthday month. Oh, man. Bob's seminars are a thing of the past. Jobs are on every corner, so dump the van. Arizona Mark, I think you're right. People have already watched a lot of his videos, and they are good videos about nomads and stuff like that, how to live on the road, et cetera, et cetera. But, the seminars seem to repeat a lot of that stuff. Like, they've already watched Bob's videos. If they're going to go to Bob's seminar, they've already seen that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think what he should have done is said, look, we'll pay $100 appearance fee to a bunch of famous Nomad RVers and have them show up, and then you can, what a signing ceremony. You know what they go to those? You go to those like con things like Dragon Con, and then they always have the room there with all the famous people signing things, and you have to pay a fee or something to get in there or whatever. You can have the guy who was in Back to the Future signing your T-shirt or whatever, or the famous Chuck Norris will be there or somebody. They should have done that at RTR. Bob should have said, okay, I'll pay you guys X amount of dollars to come to the event, and then they have a signing ceremony. You can get Nomadic Fanatic or Living Free Mike or Carolyn's RV Life, or maybe even some really big nomads, Trenton Alley, the nomadic movement. I don't know. Bob has to rethink the seminar thing to make it more entertainment friendly, I think. What up? Hey, Movie Mania Nick. Any good movies out there at the moment? Anything good? We got a nice movie theater 2 blocks away from here. It's not a huge theater. They got like 5 or 6 screens. I think they had that World War I movie playing 1917 or something. I was thinking of going to see that. Most of the other movies look pretty boring, but I'm just looking for an older dude. Got some recommendations for a good movie. I don't know. It's other than Netflix. You know, Netflix is where you find most of the movies these days. But I don't know. I did like what was that movie called? I can't think of movie title names. The one with Daniel Craig is what was that thing called? Where everybody's in the mystery mansion. They have to figure out who done it. Chuck Norris. You went Chuck Norris. Where are you living now, Camo? I'm living in a place called Morganton, North Carolina, which is in western North Carolina, not far from Asheville, not far from Charlotte. It's really nice. We're in the foothills here. It's very hilly. There's a thing called Table Mountain we can see from. It's a pretty place over here. It's just gorgeous. So we were in a old. This used to be a textile mill building that was literally right downtown, and it went under. I don't know when, back in the 60s or 70s, and it sat vacant. And then somebody came in and developed it and put loft apartments in here. So it's really nice. Doolittle sucked. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. I don't want to see that. I'd rather put up with a chilly night than the politics and people of California with a K. I don't know. Chuck Norris lives in your hood. He has a karate studio down the road and eats at restaurants in the hood and lives somewhere else. What hood is that? Wow. Knives Out. That's right. That's the movie. I like that movie. That was a pretty good movie. I didn't like Daniel Craig's accent. I did see the Mr. Rogers movie too with Tom Hanks. I don't know, man. They just don't make movies for older guys like me anymore. I don't know. Sue Ann. Yeah, Sue Ann tends to, I don't know. She's kind of like Carolyn's RV Life. She has a way of talking that kind of rubs people the wrong way. There's a polite way. You know, it's like what happened with RV Rebel Girl. She was there at the Women's RTR last year, and she was filming, and they don't want you filming. And they could have asked her politely, are you filming? You know, it's there's a polite, nice way of handling that. We really appreciate it if you wouldn't do that without people's permission, because some of the women here are probably on the run from the law or whatever. You know, I don't know. There's a polite way of doing it. And then there's a abrasive way. Stop it. Don't do that. You know, it's like a school teacher yelling at you, you know. There's a polite way of handling that and a not polite way. And I think Sue Ann kind of steps on some toes sometimes, because there was a number of women that didn't want to go to the RTR this year. Yeah, Chuck Norris is very short, James Rockford. I read somewhere that everybody around him has to also be either his height or less, right? That he doesn't want tall actors. Dave was the guest movie reviewer. Oh yeah, I was right. There's a guy named Arch Campbell who does a movie podcast in the Washington area. He used to be on a couple of the TV stations there, and I don't know, I hardly got to say anything. Well, your time's up. Goodbye. Click. Change your avatar more often. Oh yeah, right. Ox likes to change his avatar, doesn't he? All actors are short. It is interesting, though, when you see people, and it's often hard to tell whether they're tall or short until you actually see them. That, what's his name? His name is Tyler. He does the Antenna Man, which is a good channel. People are asking me now, there's so much boredom with the Nomads now. Why don't you do other things? So I'm thinking about working some other channels that I like into the mix, because I do watch a lot of stuff on YouTube that is not nomadic. Tyler the Antenna Man, and he just stands there basically and talks for most of his videos. And then you see him at a convention and he's like towering over everybody. You know, it's like he's like 7 foot tall. It's like Eric, you probably, nomadic fanatic. You don't realize how, you know, and then same thing with Adam the Woo. You know, I didn't realize how tall Adam the Woo was until I actually met him there in Rehoboth a couple summers ago. Man, he's like a foot taller than I am, you know. Hi, Adam. And then us walking together, it makes, you know, I look really, I'm 5'5", 5'6". You know, made me look like I was about 3'2". WRV, I do remember WRVA, John Trimble. I remember the name. Big 1140 there in Richmond. Yeah, I used to listen to them every now and then, especially when I was at college. The big station Charlotte is WBT 1110. I think they're 99.3. Their FM signal is real. Their AM signal is dead. They can't even hear it here. But their FM signal is pretty sketchy here. We can hear it, but I'm listening on. TuneIn is a good app. I have on my phone. The TuneIn app is really cool. You can listen to stations all over I listen to the Athens station a lot, WGAU, because they put Coast to Coast on there a lot. And I love listening to that at night. You know, George Norrie and the other hosts. George isn't I agree with many people. The weekend hosts are actually better than George's, but I do enjoy listening to that. Oh man, they ought to just turn AM radio off. It's done. It's finished. You can't hear it anymore. You know, the only place you can hear AM is in the car. They ought to just say goodbye, AM. Oh man. So we got the RTR winding down. It kind of was a rather kind of a slumpy year, I thought. The last 2 years, we've had really interesting RTRs with some drama and stuff. We had the big karaoke controversy in 2018, and last year it rained, and there were some interesting fights going on. And Burger Planet, remember Burger Planet was there 2 years ago. Then he showed up this year. They kind of just kicked him out. Just said, would you leave? We don't need your kind here. Get out of here. So this year was Coast to Coast is on YouTube, huh? Okay, I'll check it out. I did not know that. Really? Did they do a live stream? That would be cool. I am not saying you're short, Dave, but some say you played a munchkin in the original. Yeah, right. San Diego, like the Democrats. George Norrie gets right in the cusp of the truth and then goes to a commercial. Yeah. And the other problem I have with Coast to Coast is they always have these long music breaks. You know, I noticed they often do one like the bottom of the hour. They do the news on your local station. There's a bunch of ads, and then they do a music break where they'll play about a minute or two of a song, and then they do more ads, and then they don't get back to the show until like almost quarter of that whole, you know, the 30 to the 45-minute chunk of the hour is very little show. You know, why do they do that? And then they have another music sometime around the top of the hour. They'll also do another, you know, unless it's, you know, they'll do another like music break in there. I don't know. So the show is actually about 40 minutes long when you look at all the, maybe half an hour long when you look at all the breaks and music breaks and ad breaks. The show isn't that long, you know. I don't know. And if you tune in at the wrong time, you sit and listen to almost 15 minutes of ads and music breaks before you hear any show. That's my only problem. But, you know, usually the show's pretty good. I'd love to show up at the RTR and watch one of those guys try to kick me out. You think they'd kick you out, Troy? Trey? Beantown. California used to be a very nice place years ago, but politics turned the state, and most of the time, into a Yeah, far left go. I mean, but there's a lot of liberal states. We're not just talking California. We're talking New York. We're talking almost all of New England. We're talking, I don't know. I don't know. New York is just as bad as, or good, whichever way you want to look at it, bad, good as California is. I don't know. As older I get, the more libertarian I get, and I just say, just leave me alone. Don't try to. That whole thing in Maryland. Maryland is a very, controlling state too. And it's, they make you pay $5 for a plastic bag of this. How many plastic bags are you using? $5. They charge you 5 cents for a plastic bag. So whoopee-doo, 5 cents, But it just seems like needling you. If somebody really wants some plastic bags, 5 cents is nothing, So instead of paying $19.27, you're paying $19.42 because you got a couple plastic bags. That nickel and diming stuff kind of drives you crazy, I don't know. At least North Carolina, it's just take your bags. I don't know. But I'm more of a libertarian. I just kind of like say, just leave me alone. The one crazy thing about North Carolina that I'm finding, though, is there's 2 separate things. There's the driver's license bureau and the tag bureau for the, your license is in one building, you go one place, and then you get your license plates, you go to another place. There's 2 different agencies, which seems nutty because almost every other state I've ever lived in, the DMV handles the driver's license and the tags all in one place. Why do they have 2 separate things in North Carolina? It makes no sense. Foreigners are bad. Oh, man. I don't know. Don't get me started on that. Illinois has a 25% deposit on condoms. What? You bring them back, you get your quarter back. It's like Aldi, right? You have to put the quarter in to get your cart, It just seems silly. Why every other state it's one office? It seems like consolidation would be cheaper than having it separate. You have to have a separate place, separate staff, and everybody. It's just it's all one thing, right? You go one stop, DMV, you get your license and your tags. Boom. I don't know. Charges property tax yearly. Yes, yeah. Well, Virginia did too. It's all done differently. Virginia, it's done by the county. Here, it's done by the license plate bureau or whatever. But yeah, my car, one advantage of driving a 14-year-old car is the property tax on it is pretty low. So yeah, you don't want to buy a new car. Then they whack you with that high property tax. But every state gets you one way or another. They're all different, Some states it's expensive to register a car. Other states you have to pay property tax every year. But it's advantageous to have an old beat up car. Then you don't have to pay high property tax, right? Soapbox, yeah. Well, now it's time for my rant. Don't watch the hater channels. And then he on his chat, you see those guys that are in the hater channels all over the chat sometimes, Come on. Don't watch them, but I'll let them in my chat. I don't know. My advice to some of these YouTubers that the hater channels go after, don't put your entire life on YouTube, okay? Seriously, don't put all your personal crap on YouTube. Every doctor's appointment and every malady you have, you throw up on YouTube, and then you get all angry when people are talking about and reacting to all that stuff. Don't put all that don't put your family and your kids and your dogs and your cats and your aunts and your uncles and your children and all your medical stuff and your financial stuff. And people do that, and then they get, they're making parody videos about my health. That's terrible. Well, don't put it up there. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Keep it off. You don't want people talking about it? Don't put it on YouTube. Oh, you plant the seeds. You plant the seeds for that, you know? And then you get angry when it happens. You know, and he rolling in Orzaballs. Danny Lee Ingram. So anyway, we're gonna have some kind of a meetup here. I don't know. I'd like to do it. Maybe we'll do it in Asheville. Asheville's a nice place. I love Asheville. I've been there once with Barb. I do want to get back there one of these weekends and warm it up a little bit and walk around and check out some of the hikes and stuff. Maybe Asheville, maybe Pigeon Forge. Sometime this spring, we're going to have a little meetup with some of you folks. It'd be a lot of fun. What would Deborah Joy? Yeah, exactly. I hardly watch Deborah Joy anymore. I still sub to her because I do like, and all she does is talk about, going to the grocery store, I don't know. And I do like Glenda Sully. She's a nice lady, but it's just everyday life. I don't know. It gets to the point. And you look at those channels and their views are down. Hey, RV Davey. How are you doing, RV? I heard about you got some serious health stuff going on there. Well, we're all send some good vibes to RV Davey there. Are you in the hospital now? Or are you home or what? NC Van Man. I got cranky living in Morganton. Did you? Where do you live now? Okay, new Nomadic. Yeah, be in the Carolinas this spring. Yeah, very good. Noreen wants you to, wait a second. Noreen wants you to mention that she was the first one to send you mail. Oh, that's right. That's right. The very first person who sent me mail at my new address there, 104 North Green Street, number 116, Morganton, NC 28655 was Noreen. And Noreen's not far away. She's down in the Charlotte area, so we need to get together. Maybe we'll meet up with. I like that meetup. We'll get together down in South Carolina, across the border there with Doxy, and go to the Troll Diner. I enjoyed that. We'll have to do that. Again, I'm only 90 minutes from Doxy now, so I can get down there really quick. If he needs he needs his computer fixed or his washing machine fixed, his printer working, just give me a call, Doxy. I'll be right over. Everything in California has a hazardous warning. Do you notice that, Alan? I noticed that when you buy something that's plastic, it always has that. Even here in the East, you buy something, it'll say, the California Department of whatever has determined that the plastic in this plug, you buy one like a plug or something, has been caused cancer in raccoons or something. Yeah, it's a California warning. Now, California is the only state. Now, what are you going to do with a plug like that? I mean, you're not going to eat it or lick it. You're going to, plastic. Yeah, you don't eat plastic. Don't eat plastic. It's not good for you. It'll make you sick. But you can't eat it. If you ate it, it would just go through you, right? So what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? California is all worried about that, though. Elvis is having a meetup at MEATUP. Yeah. We'll have lots of meat. You're still in the area, Dave. Okay. Praying for RV Davey. That's right. That's right. We got a lot of sick people out there. The Westphalia Chronicles. You crazy son of a gun. Sell your S. Buy a van. Go nomadic for Pete's sake. Maybe I will. Once I get settled here, I still got another couple things to do through the month of February, my birthday month. Once we get into warmer weather in March and April, I'm going to be doing some traveling. I don't want to just stay here all the time. I don't know if I see a good deal on a van. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm tempted. I don't want to live in that van. I mean, I want to have this place as my base of operations, but I don't want to be staying here 24/7, 365, Did I get 20 mule team to go with your Tandil? No, haven't bought that. Doxy. He'll watch it, so CD don't have to. No, I mean, I watch a lot of the stuff too, but he's much more into looking for newer stuff. You know, I'm subscribed to a lot of different nomads. He likes to go do, you know, he'll like a lot of you guys. He'll actually check you guys out who are in the comments and see if you have channels and say, hey, one of your commenters has a really cool channel. Hey, Jeremy. Oh, hi. Hey, ho, Ohio. Do. Love the Pretenders. Do. I had trouble with Camp Goer 1, so no long Camp Goer. So long. I don't know. I like Camp Goer 1, but I don't know. That was the big dust up there at the Nomad. What was that? The dust up at the van build was the between Camp Goer 1 and BG. Maybe they should have some. Maybe they should have some reverend. Maybe they should have a healing ceremony. Maybe they should get one of those TV preacher healer guys there to go to the RTR this year. You know, there are a lot of older folks that go to those, and they look like they sometimes need some healing. Oh, man. 48 degrees. Temperature's going up. Oh, thank you. Hey, Ziggy's here, huh? Where's my damn... What? Just kidding. You can keep... Oh, wrench. Oh, did you want to wrench, Ziggy? I can wrench you if you show yourself on the chat here. I only have 5 permanent wrenches at the moment, okay? Bailey Down Under, Oz TV, Noreen, Doxy, of course, Sunny Girl. And who's the other one? There's one other one. I can't remember. I thought I had one more. But anyway, and then we occasionally have a guest wrench or 2 in there. Who was the other? I thought there were 5. Noreen, Oz. Oh, Barb, of course. Barb, Sunny Girl, and Doxy. Barb, yeah. So those are my 5 wrenches. Then occasionally we'll throw somebody else in it. No? You want me to wrench you, Ziggy? Gas in San Diego is $3.41. Gas in Parker is $2.33. Go figure. Gas here in this part of North Carolina is about $2.45, $2.50. Yeah, California has they have a big gas tax out there. That's what they do. And parts of California, it's over $4. You go into some of the northern stretches there. I've heard people, it's like $4.50 or something. It gets way up there. Nomads. Don't you forget about me. Yeah, Barb. Why did I forget about Barb? Barb. Anyway, so yeah, everything's going really well. The RTR is winding down, but I presume I guess a lot of people are heading over to Parker now to watch the ATV races and stuff. I noticed Bob, the Hobotech and RV homesteader Heidi are over there, going to be heading out there for a while. So so there's more stuff to do. And then you got the Blue Water Casino. So, there's a lot of stuff to keep doing there. Where's what's his face? Kevin, Campervan Kevin. I think he's down in Tucson. So yeah, people are, a lot of stuff to do, and it's going to start getting hot down there, but take a while. Mr. Breeze, hey Sunny Girl, Silver Turtle, 65. Silver Turtle. Where did the term "put a wrench into it" come from? I don't know. Just kind of put some into it. Get it. A spanner. If you're in England, it's called a spanner. What's his name? That's a channel I've been watching a lot. Life on the Pond, or so. I forget his channel name. It's a really good British dude that's been living in America for a while and keeps talking about all the differences between England and the United States. Postal code over there, zip code over here. Their chips over there, French fries over here. Just, they call it going on holiday over there, going on vacation over here. There's a whole wrench over here, spanner over there, truck over here, lorry over there. It's interesting how the trunk, boot, a whole bunch of weird, everything's different. Aluminum here, aluminium there. Aluminium. Cemetery, symmetry. They always, it's everything. Some of the words are the same, but they're pronounced differently. You're seeing lots of wrenches. Well, maybe you should go to the eye doctor. Doctor, I'm seeing wrenches, just popping up, blue wrenches everywhere I look. So you're watching too much YouTube. Oye, 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 yeah. So how's everybody? How's everything in Australia, Mr. Oz TV? You were talking about the American firefighters that were in that plane crash. That was awful. That was really awful. That's right. Don't forget, send me money. My YouTube earnings for January are not the greatest. Oh, man. Yeah, Mikey was doing some pretty aggressive e-begging yesterday there on Living Free Mike. Yeah, he was in a truck stop in Texas. He's hightailing it out west. I don't know quite why he was in Florida, and he said he's really going to be kicking ass to get to the West Coast. Somebody said he wants to go to Disneyland. I don't know. Oh man! Oh my goodness! Oh, the fires are stable now, huh? Well, that's good. Living coast to coast. How are you? Blue Wave Odyssey. Nice to see you here. Shazah, Sharon, how are you doing? So anyway, yeah, RTR looks like it's winding up pretty quickly. Kind of a, no big drama this year. Kind of. Camo Dave, if Doxy is forcing you to do these shows against your will, give us a sign. We can send help. Help me! Help me! Oh. Ban pre-shredded cheese. Make America great. That's funny. GRATE again, like grated cheese. Win a chance to pay Dave's rent. That's right. Oh, we're getting a lot of text messages this morning. Oh, talk about the RV event in Florida. Tell us about it, Noreen. Yes, there's a bunch of things going on. Bob's going to be there, right? I don't remember all the details, Noreen. There's some sort of a, you know more. Post it. But then Bob's going to go down to Florida mid-February, and there's going to be a big RV gathering. So, yeah, we'll cover that. We need to – yeah, Oz hasn't done some live streams lately. He ought to be back up doing those. It's interesting, like Mark Fun Jones hasn't been doing any live streams lately. A number of people that have been doing live streams that are pretty good at them I haven't seen Lion doing too many either. Once in a while. I don't know. I think, I'm down to maybe one live stream a week now. And I don't know. Yeah, people I think are just tired of every night you go on, look at your subscribers and you've got 8 or 9 people doing live streams, Yeah, I saw the text message. I don't know. I don't remember all the details about the Florida event. So you could fill me in. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, the RV event where Bob is the guest speaker. Yeah, I don't know. I forget the dates on that and everything. If anybody knows more about it, let me know. What? Since the first of the year, your videos have had very little ads at the beginning, less ad skipping. Yeah. The problem is, and I've always noticed this with YouTube, I've noticed this with AdSense. I've had AdSense since 2011. I just used to have it on my website. AdSense also does banner ads for websites, and you put some code on your website, and then you get banner ads, and then they pay you for that. So I've been using AdSense since 2011, and you always notice the big drop, the December to January drop. Sometimes it's very substantial. it can be a big drop. Some years it's because, more and more, I guess it has to do with Christmas buying season and stuff. October, November, December ads ramp up, and then January, boom, everything kind of slows way down. And you see that trend a lot of years on YouTube, on Nomad, on AdSense. It's just, my views are fine. It's just the revenue stuff just takes a big boom, So I don't know. That's happening this year for sure. I'm making okay money for January, but there is a big drop from December. And I would imagine if it's happening to me, it's probably happening to a lot of other people. February 12th to 16th, Spirit of the Road Music Festival, Live Oak, Florida. All right. Yeah, okay. That's cool. I'll make a mental note of that. That's where Bob, Cheap RV Living Bob, is going to be speaking. The February 12th to 16th. Where is Live Oak? What part of the state? Live Oak, Florida, our village. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's cool. That's right. Next weekend, I'll do my birthday live stream. Oh, yeah. We'll do that next weekend. What's today? Super Bowl, SaturDAVE Super Bowl weekend, birthday live stream next weekend. Florida is so crowded with RVs, parked, rented a year in advance. They all then they all leave Easter Sunday. Yeah, then it's great. Yeah, everything right. Easter Sunday. Do you still have your map? It's down for repairs right now. Again, I was having problems. I've got a ceiling fan here that was blowing all the stickers off the map constantly, and I was tired of picking them up. I don't know. I'm working on a new map. I got to make a smaller map maybe with, I don't know. I'd like to get a map that's just the state outlines and not all the different colors and city names. I don't know. I'm working on it. We're working on it. And then everybody gets mad because I'm like, there's so many people to keep updated. And I don't know. And then who do we put on the map? I don't know. I'm not on the map. Should I do it for what? Do you see what I see? Woody Woodpecker, what? I have Alexa playing classic funk in the background. It can be distracting. Oh, okay. Will there be a parade in Morganton? I don't know. We should have the Camo Day parade. Everybody dress up in camo, and we could do that. Would be fun. Maybe we could do maybe we could do the meetup right here. There's a lot of places in the Morganton area we could have a meetup. There's a beautiful park just north of town with all these picnic tables and a river view. And I don't know. We could do it right here. We become mayor. Yeah, my commute would be literally going downstairs or taking the elevator down 2 levels, and there I am. I'm at work. Mayor Dave. And then I could run for vice president. Me and Mayor Pete could hang out. And then next stop, president, right? What? Pete, vaccinators. He's losing his mind. I do have a big map collection, by the way. You know what's interesting? I'll show you some here. I do collect maps. And I have a huge collection of maps in some of the trunks here, but I got a couple of these. This is what Barb got me for Christmas. This is really nice. North Carolina topographical maps, the whole state. It is really nice. You can look up, there's Hickory. Here's the Morganton map. You can see all the different hikes and mountains, and shows you the topography so you can see where there's really cool drives and stuff. There's a big lake there, Lake James. This is really nice. I really love it. And then I've got some other maps. But then the other cool map I found this at I think a thrift store. This is a Rand McNally Road Atlas from like the 60s. And it is real interesting to look at how the interstate highway system looked back then. That was what 50 some years ago. Yeah, it's not there. You look at I-95 and it stops and it starts and even it's amazing how much of the highway system has been built in just the last 50 years. But it's a really cool old atlas. I really love it. I can just spend hours looking through stuff like that. It's so cool. I love maps. The feed stopped. Did it? I can see it. Some folks were born for vinyl floors. Okay. Camo Dave keeps maps on hand. Yeah, I love maps. I love, I think Eric said that. Every time he goes into a new state, he'll go to the travel center, and they always have the free maps of the states. I love maps. Now it is nice to have, this online stuff, and make a left at the next, whatever. That I enjoy too, because it's, when you're driving, it's awful hard to look. You have to stop and look at maps. But I do I like to have a paper map with me if I'm going somewhere, so that when I'm off the road, I can look and see what's around. I hope the nighttime streams come back. I will be doing some more nighttime streams. I try to do them like once a month or so. I would do one, I could do one like on a Sunday night or so, or maybe some other night of the week. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an evening stream sometime later this week or something. Tonight we've got the big dinner party, so I probably, we're going to have some guests. We're having some guests over and some fine wine. So probably tonight's not a good night for the stream, but we'll see. We'll see. My dad is 66 and refuses to use GPS because he feels like it's making us dumber. Well, yeah, you don't know where it's taking you sometimes. It'll just say, make a left at so-and-so. What? Why? That's stupid. And sometimes it gets it wrong. I've been driving with people where, something goes screwy with the directions thing, and then they'll say you have arrived at your destination, and you're looking around, and it's like an industrial park, and it's like, I didn't want to come here. No, I'm wearing camo to the dinner party. It's not really a formal dinner party, okay? No, I'm wearing the camo shorts. I got the camo shorts on today. That's right. Oh, yeah. No. There I am. Look at that. Don't I look mean? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Google. I like Google Maps too, especially because I do get lost when I'm hiking sometimes in a park. If you're on dirt trails, it's easy to get lost, and I do that. And then you're like, where the hell am I? You come out on a street and you don't know where the hell you are, and it's nice just to punch it up and knows where you are. And he goes, oh yeah, okay, I'm over here. I've done that a lot, where I'll be out in the woods hiking and not know quite where I am. I'll take the wrong trail. My winter shorts. That's right. All right. Off to work. Oh, Noreen, she works like every day. They never give her a day off. Call me sometime, Noreen, when you have a day off. We'll chat, okay? I like to chat with her, and every time I call her, she'll write back. She'll doesn't answer in the words, I'm working today and the next day and the next day, but you can call me in 4 Thursdays when I have a day off. Oh, man. All right, folks, going to wind it up. We're getting close to the 90-minute mark. So we got I don't know. Well, we're going to kick off Camo Dave birthday month, I guess next Saturday, right? What day of the week is, I don't know, what day is it? I don't know, 4th or 5th, or it's going to be Super Bowl Sunday and all that. So we'll have a fun week. I think Camo needs a sponsor. Yeah, I think so too. There's a really good burrito place here in, I'll have to show you. I think I got their menu here. Do I have their menu? I thought I did. Yeah. I mean, there is a really good burrito place in town here. It's called Mountain Burrito, and here in Morganton. And by golly, this is one of the best places. I mean, you think Chipotle's good. We got a Chipotle here. It's not here in Morganton. It's over in Hickory, but it's about a 40-minute drive to get over there. This is Mountain Burrito. This is really killer burritos. I'm telling you, really good. I highly recommend them. They open at 11, so I got 10 minutes to get over there. Because the inside there's not a lot of seating, so you want to get there early. Now, outside they have a bunch of picnic tables, so if it's a nice day, you can eat outside. There's plenty of room, but yeah, you got to get in there pretty early to get a good seat. But they have killer burritos. And like Chipotle has like 4 or 5 things to put on their burritos. They've got everything. They've got like 20 things plus salsas and hot sauces, etc. Really good stuff. So I'm going to try to mention them, and then maybe they'll give me. I'll say, hey, I mention you in my shows every day. I need some free burritos. All right, Silver Turtle, you have a really good weekend. Thanks everybody for being here. Who's cooking dinner? I'm not. Greg is. It's just a rotisserie chicken. You stick it in the oven. Happy pre-birthday. That's right. This is the pre-birthday month, and then we have the birthday month, and then we have the post-birthday month. Doxinator. Oh, man. A Dave burrito. They should. I'll mention the Mountain Burrito to make a Camo Dave burrito. Make a burrito like put this, and this on it. Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. There used to be a restaurant called Fritzby's in Reston where I used to live, and they had burgers named after people. They would have famous people in Northern Virginia, like the chairman of the board of supervisors or the local congressman or whoever. They would have famous people, and they would make a burger for them, or they would have them. I like a burger with this kind of cheese and this and this and this, and then they'd call it the Joe Flaherty burger because he was the senator or something. They did that. That was pretty cool, and you could order all these. They'd have the celebrity burger wall. Barb and I went to a place. Where was that little town there? We were going to see the Guidestones. I forget the name of the town. It was just it was the town where the Guidestones are. Elberton, and they had a burrito, and they had a burger place there, and they had a menu that it was like 50 different burgers, and one was for each state. Remember that one, Barb? Every burger, they had 50 burgers on the menu. The West Virginia burger, and the Arkansas burger, and the Rhode Island burger. That was pretty cool. I liked that. It was a funky little place. Yeah, I liked that. Are now seeing flu activity with the highest level according to in the southern part of the country. Yeah. Be careful out there, everybody. There's a lot of flu going around, okay? All righty, folks. I think that ought to do it for today. We're hitting the 90-minute mark. Nice to see you here, Sunny Girl, as always. Jeremy. February 8th is National Pizza Day. Really? I didn't know that. It's my birthday. That's right. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Didn't Sugar Cube. Remember the Sugar Cubes? Anybody remember the Sugar Cubes from Iceland? They had a song called Birthday. Bjork. Remember Bjork? Anybody remember Bjork? That was a cool band. Not a lot of music comes out of Iceland. Oh, man. Anyway, oh, yeah. Then, of course, I brought my CDs down with me. So there's my CD rack. All the CDs. I'm just sticking I got to go. I'll go through them someday and do a show on all my cool CDs. But, yeah, there they are. There's stuff in the back there too, quite a lot of stuff. So one of the things I want to do one of these days is start going through all of my old CDs and get back into my music. I've kind of neglected my music over the last few years. And now that I have a place to access, these aren't in the stores, Doctor. They're actually with me now. I can go through my music and listen to stuff like Perubu, 10cc, Elvis Costello, The Cars, Depeche Mode, Cracker, New Order, U2, the Psychedelic Furs. Who else is in there? The B-52s, REM. Of course, Bruce. Yeah. I got so much cool stuff. I'm missing it. Oh, one of my favorite albums of all time. I love this album. No, this is their Majesty's one. This is just the greatest hits, but their Majesty's, that's their Sergeant. The Beatles had a Sgt. Pepper, and the Stones had a Sgt. Pepper too. It was kind of their psychedelic avenue. You know, not anyway. Bauhaus. Who else do I have here? Holy cow! Yeah. Wire. Anybody remember? Oh, great album. This is a great album here. Good album here. Tom Petty. The Last DJ. Google that one. That's on YouTube. It's a great song. Here comes the last DJ playing what he wants to play. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yeah. Ultravox. Anyway, I could just go on and on. I'll do a music show one of these days. Metal Kitty, J. Edmund, Michigander Man. Village People. The Village People were on the Love Boat. Do you ever know that? Google that. Go on YouTube. Village People, Love Boat. You can watch them dancing around on the Love Boat with Captain Steubing. That's my Dachshund's favorite show. He loves the Love Boat. All right, everybody. Thank you very much, Roland and Orza Balls. Wow, we actually got a super chat. Thank you, Danny Lee. Broke the drought. All right, folks. Thank you all so much. I do appreciate it. You all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Yeah. Wow. Billy Shazah, Sally Aloha, Ox, Roland, Trey. Bye, everyone. DNS Tube Audio. Hey, I need a really good CD player. If you can, got a real something good with some really good speakers on it. I can. All right, everybody. You all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope you don't get too much snow up in the Northeast. I think most of the coastal towns are fine. Looks like the sun's out here and beautiful. We're going to have a sunny weekend, not a super warm weekend, but a sunny weekend, and I'll take that. All right, folks, you all, the old Stonerd. Nice to see you here. North Carolina Van Man. Yeah, well, we need to get together one of these days for lunch or something, huh? Yeah, Morganton is we're about 45 minutes to the east of Asheville and about an hour and change, 20 minutes, 90 minutes from Charlotte. So we're right off of I-40. So if you're taking 77 to 26 or whatever, I-40 comes right around. Well, I-40 goes all the way across North Carolina, but we're on I-40 over toward Asheville. So we're only a couple miles off of 40. So if you find yourself on I-40 in Western North Carolina, do give me a shout out and we'll get together and I'll put you on the show. Hey, Vanna Mae, how are you? Have a sunny weekend. A sunny girl weekend. That's right. All right, Ox. Thanks for being here, Mr. Breeze, Mark H. Appreciate everybody being here today. You all have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon. You want to say goodbye to everybody, Crotchy? There he is. He's by his glowing orb. Isn't that cool? I love it. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. You all have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Vlog.